Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, the Facebook page on YouTube, and he's done it again. He's hit the headlines again. How happy am I? Not remotely happy. Not remotely happy. Right, hi. Thanks for tuning in again. So, John Campea, the guy that I promised I'll never make another video about, or because what's happening is this guy feeds off positive and negative energy. The more you talk about him, the more his name gets mentioned, and it gets spread. People saying, "Who's John Campea? Never heard of him. I'll need to check this guy out, see for myself." So he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. All he has to do is pick up a nice wee sort of title for his video, and everybody does it. I tried it with the last two, and it did well. My last two videos was about people claiming to have seen Justice League and wanting all the attention from these clickbait sites to get questioned. Okay, what did you think about it? Something for their article. And all these clickbait sites now are reposting just now. You may have noticed it on Facebook. News that came out years and years ago. It's constantly old news that all these new people that might just be clicking onto Facebook will think it's new, but you got to look at the date and everything else. So now he's come out with this video saying no new promos, no advanced tickets, will Justice League hit its release date? I went, no. So he's got the attention. He's got the attention from me and other YouTubers like the great Film Gob or the I need to put this in. My phone is about to die. Okay, 1, 2. What is it? It's the other side. Right, hold on. Get in now. Right. Whoa, it somehow became brighter on my phone. So he's making these videos, and hats off to him. He knows what he's doing. So you hate him, you love him, he's going to get the attention. And this is a guy that's once said that Justice League have done right, like BVS have done right. Then he's caught up with Marvel in some sort of weird logical way, right? So that way he's trying to pass himself off that he plays both sides, because he needs to say something positive about something and then say something negative. Okay, and I've mentioned it on YouTube before that he's been found out to tweet the opposite of what he just loved on YouTube. Okay, and again, I mean, okay, we're all guilty of sharing our own personal thoughts and ideas, and this is what this video is. These videos are, right? This isn't a professional video. Again, I've said many times, this is just me, guy that works on the Facebook page, Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, and I use this to rant, basically, and to give my own personal feelings about anything, but mainly about DC. So, but this guy, claiming to be some sort of knowledgeable person in the film industry and have some sort of understanding of how things work, that he's rubbing shoulders with the actors and actresses who are then giving him secret information behind the curtains, then lets us somehow know that he somehow knows more than we do. Then it gets found out that he doesn't, and that he was totally wrong, and then he goes on a mood about it. And he's often said, "Oh, you know that I don't like Gal Gadot." Don't like Gal Gadot. He tweets nasty things about her, and everything else. It's like all the geeks in the world that were silent through school is now having this thing on YouTube, and people are listening to them. Like John Sneps, who in Collider, that somehow he has a tissy fit sometimes. And it's and as I say, I watched the show for a couple of years after Man of Steel, and loved it, but then it just got nasty, and it just, people started commenting about him, and then I done some fact finding myself and found all this out. People on YouTube saying, "Why do you hate John Campea?" See, the problem is, I believe that most the film public people out there, right, they don't have a problem with John Campea, right? It's basically just the comic guys, right, like myself, and people that have got a big love of something, you know. Okay, he's a geek himself. He is a geek. He loves Star Wars, um, and I loved Star Wars. Then these Walt Disney versions came over, and you can say what you want about Disney. I mean, Disney's a machine, and for some reason it has managed to get all the money from these bad. I mean, these are my own personal feelings. These bad Star Wars films and bad hero franchise that all feel the same, but they somehow know the secret ingredient to capture the younger audience and stuff. Spider-Man is, there's another video there. Spider-Man passes. This is John Campea. Spider-Man passes Batman v Superman and Guardians 2. Are DC fans already rejecting? I don't even want to see what's on the bottom of that screen. Are DC fans already rejecting? Again, you know, he had to put it up there. Are DC fans already rejecting this and that? Wonder Woman done fantastic, and I've said that before. For me, Wonder Woman bet Spider-Man. I haven't. Okay, that might be a wrong statement to make because I've not seen Civil War. I'm going through what everybody else has been saying. I gave up in Spider-Man after my favourite Spider-Man, which was Andy Garland. What's his name? The second guy that played James Spider-Man, Andy Garfield. I liked him, but I hated the second film, and now it's just became too cliche. And I know what Marvel films are like, so I know I'm not going to enjoy that. It's not my kind of scene, so it's wrong for me to say that Wonder Woman was better. All I'll say is I believe it's got more heart, and it's more, because it's new, it's more original. But with Spider-Man, kids are going to love Spider-Man, and of course it should surpass everything. Okay, Walt Disney films will all do well. Like, it's a home money market. It's like McDonald's, right? When they used to have the clown and the burgers, it was like to draw the kids in, then you'll draw the adults in. Okay, so that is exactly what John Campea is doing. He's looking through the lists, the news stuff that's on Facebook. He's looking at the clickbait articles and says, right, I'm going to say that. And as I say, if it's a bad one, if you feel angry about him, you start talking about him, that's how he gets all his viewers. That's because he's controversial, and controversial sells. Does it anger me? Of course it angers me. It angers me every time some sort of DC fan feels the need, just because they feel beholden to Zack Snyder, and because I'm a Zack Snyder fan, okay, but because they feel that they need to put down something like Wonder Woman because Zack Snyder never directed it, or because it felt a wee bit closer to a Marvel film or something, they put it down, or the feminists all jump in and they moan about armpits. I made a video about that, by the way, you should check that out. Or maybe she's too thin and that doesn't represent women. And I went, well, she's a girl, she has two breasts and this and that. It doesn't matter if you try to say Wonder Woman is an ugly thing, and you try to say she's meant to be chubby, right? Maybe she can be in the sequel. Maybe she puts on weight. Who cares? It's about her emotions, her feelings. It's not about what she looks like. People don't get that, and you feel yourself defending against DC fans that just can't enjoy the fact that it's a success. You can't and I hate this whole thing about how much money the Justice League's going to make, or how much You know, what's it going to make at the box office? Justice League is the one film that DC's all banking on to save the DCEU. It's made, but I mean, it's made countless of money back in all of its DC franchise. They've got films in the pipeline. It's not going anywhere no matter what happens with Justice League. Okay, and I've seen the toys and the marketing. So when John Campea comes out with no new promos, no advanced tickets, well, Justice League hits its release date. They've just finished the music score. Okay, just it was tweeted just earlier today that the music score for Justice League is done. So let's see, you know. So if that's finished, all the reshoots are finished, and all the actors are now going around the world making great wee promos for it, even actually telling you wee snippets of the film, introducing themselves. It was in Japan, I think, they were introducing it. So of course it's going to come out in November, you know. But no, let's all rehash news that came out last month about reshoots. Let's all go and let's stir up the trouble with Ben Affleck. And that's exactly what people like John Campea does. Love him or hate him, it works for him both ways. Let us know what you think below in the comments. Thanks very much, and check my page out on Facebook, Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope. Please, probably dislike my video. You know, I like it. Hey, like John Campea, it works for me. Be positive out there, guys and girls, big girls and skinny girls and big guys, and you know, any sort of people. Let's not leave anybody out here, you know. Right. Anyway, I'm ranting. That's me. I got a wee bit off my chest there. Just a couple more weeks now for Justice League, and just these trailers just around the corner. Still hope that we do not see Henry Cavill. There's another thing Henry Cavill's tweeting. Henry Cavill's tweeting that he's went to Forbidden Planet in London, and he went up to the counter and he got himself a Justice League calendar, I think. And the two people behind the counter says, "Can't wait till I see you in your next film, you know, in your next outing." What a guy! What a guy he is Superman. Okay, he is, the way he carries himself. Every DC fan should be proud of all the characters we have in the DC universe right now. All the actors. For me, they're just spot on. Again, leave your comments below and check out the page. Thank you again.